After giving birth, I really felt like I had someone else's child in my house, like I was taking care of a stranger's baby. Everyone said, "You'll fall in love the moment you see them." But I didn't. My labor lasted over 60 hours, then an emergency C-section. And the next day, while breastfeeding, my baby stopped breathing. He had a seizure. They took him away, rushing through doors I couldn't follow. I was bleeding, shaking, calling out his name, but they were gone. That's the moment I disappeared too. I didn't know it then, but that was the start of a darkness that would stay with me long after the hospital lights faded. They told us my baby had a stroke, a newborn, a stroke. He stayed in the NICU for 6 days. When he finally came home, it wasn't joy, it was fear. He was on seizure meds. He couldn't drink my milk, allergic. So I stopped breastfeeding, another thing I'd failed at. He's healthy now, thriving. But back then, I couldn't see that. All I saw was guilt. And that's when the guilt started whispering, and it never stopped. It's like watching your life from the outside, floating above your body. People talk to you, you nod. Your baby cries, you move. But inside, you're gone. I'd stare at my reflection and wonder, who is she? I wasn't sad. I wasn't happy. I was just nothing. I thought maybe I was just weak. But what was really happening was something much deeper. One morning, my husband left for work. I watched his car pull away, and suddenly, panic hit me. Like my chest was caving in. My heart pounded so hard, I thought I'd pass out. I kept thinking, what if something happens to him? What if he never comes back? It made no sense, but it felt so real. I told myself it was baby blues, but baby blues don't feel like drowning. I was in my mid-30s. I thought maybe this was just harder for me because I was older. Everyone said motherhood takes time to adjust, so I believed them. My family adored my baby. They took pictures, smiled, cooed. No one saw me fading in the background. Even my mom says, "I wish I had known." But how could she? I didn't even know myself. I thought I was failing at being a mom, but I wasn't failing. I was sick. I told my doctors about my family's mental health history. I even mentioned that a relative had postpartum depression, but no one warned me. No one said, if you start to feel numb, that's a red flag. They gave me a checklist. Sleeping too much? No. Can't get out of bed? No. I was the opposite. I never slept. Ever. So I checked no on everything. And they said I was fine. Sometimes the system meant to help you doesn't even see you. 8 months. That's how long I stayed silent. When I finally spoke, I told my doctor, I'm not okay. She sent me to a social worker, but the focus became our marriage, not me. They said, you just need rest. Take some time for yourself. But you can't rest when your mind won't stop screaming. That's when I realized if I wanted help, I'd have to become my own advocate. 2 years passed before I finally connected to my son. When I found out I was pregnant again, I promised myself, this time would be different. At my first appointment, I told my new OB everything. My history, my fear, my truth. He looked at me and said, "Okay, let's make a plan." And for the first time, I exhaled. I didn't know it then, but that plan would change everything. This time, I wasn't alone. I had a doctor, a therapist, my husband, my mom, all ready. We had medication options, therapy sessions, family support. It felt like walking into battle with armor. I wasn't scared. I was prepared. And when my daughter was born, I finally understood what love at first sight really felt like. When I held her, it happened instantly. That rush, that warmth, that connection. I cried. Not because I was sad, but because I finally felt. But with that joy came grief. Grief for what I'd missed with my son. I wasn't broken back then. I was just fighting a battle I didn't know existed. Postpartum depression isn't weakness. It's not lack of love. It's an illness, one that hides behind smiles and exhaustion. Once I understood that, everything changed. I stopped blaming myself. I started forgiving myself. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means forgiving yourself for surviving. If you're listening to this and something feels off, say it. Ask for help. Keep asking until someone listens. You are not alone. You are not weak. You are seen. I lost time with my firstborn, but if my story helps another mother keep hers, it's worth it. My son is thriving. My daughter is joy in motion. And me, I'm here, present, grounded. Postpartum depression took so much, but it gave me compassion and a voice I'll never silence again. Because now I know I didn't have someone else's child in my house. I had my own. And I just needed help finding my way back to him.